Hi guys, in the previous video of this three-part series, we spoke about why you should attempt mock examinations, the importance and what is the mindset that you need to approach the mock examination. In this video, we will basically discuss four another things, that is how to approach these mock examinations, what kind of a mindset should you have, when should you solve the mock examination, as in when to start solving these mock examinations, how many mock exams should you solve, that is the number of mock exams that you should solve to be able to practice, and which is the best material to solve these mock examinations. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Noor Saira, an endodontist and a part-time YouTuber. Well, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload a value-based video. So let us begin with the first question, that is when to solve these mock examinations. So my ideal advice would be that you start solving the mock examinations as soon as you finish at least the first reading of the half of the portions. Now why, what is the logic, you will ask me? See, the reason why you are solving the mock examination is just not to test your knowledge, but is also to mind train yourself, and we spoke about this in detail in the first part of this three-part series. So it is important that you at least have understood some of the concepts of whatever you have studied. Suppose you covered your 50% of the portions, and the first reading of this 50% of the portions is done. So when you attempt your mock examination now, it will bring about two results. The first result is that you will probably be able to attempt 20% to 30% of the questions. From the whole 100%, you will be able to attempt 20 to 30% of the questions, which is a good result at this stage of your reading. And so this will not completely break down your confidence by saying, "Arey, I don't know anything, I don't know what I have read, I'm not able to perform in the examination." Again, breaking down your confidence, it will take some time for you to rebuild the confidence, and it's just a time waste. So it's important that you have some knowledge before you attempt this examination. Like I also told you in my previous videos, it's important to feed the right information in the first reading itself. So what happens is, when you're just trying to give the mock examination in the first shot without reading anything, you tend to answer a lot of things wrong, and those wrong answers will get registered in your mind, and that those only will keep flashing, and you will take 2 or 3 revisions just to rectify those. So it's important that in the first reading itself, you're feeding the information, that the right information into your mind. This is one important thing about why you should ideally start solving mock examinations when half of the portions are done. And the second important thing about why you should be solving when at half of the portions are done is that you will start to realize what kind of questions are asked, what is the strategy of the question placement, what is the trend of questions that are being asked. Are they applied kind of a questions, are they picture based questions, are they clinical based questions? So what is the trend that has been going on in the recent questions, in the recent mock exams? So this you will understand. This you will change your tactics to read again for the next 50%, or probably in your next revision. So this is why you should solve it in between, not here, not there, an advantage and a disadvantage both the sides. But I feel this is the best time when you should start, and this is how I started solving my mock examinations. So this is the when to start. Okay, next thing that you should know is, when in the day should I actually do my mock examination? Ideally, do it in the morning after you wake up, refresh yourself, spend 3 hours fresh mind, so that you're able to understand how much you're recalling in a fresh frame of mind, not when you are clouded and tired and you are not able to identify the right and the wrong. When your mind is already exhausted with knowledge, you will not be able to even answer the right answers. So this is why your mind has to be free, and the best time is in the morning. Another way of looking at it is, find out the actual timing of the examination. For example, an average timing. If the examination is somewhere in the afternoon, some of the competitive examinations tend to be in the afternoon. Now you need to know how your mind functions in the afternoon. You have to experience this way beforehand. Okay, so maybe you can train your mind that way, of how you function in the afternoon. Now some people are very sleepy in the noon, they feel clouded, and some people are fresh in the noon, they feel much better than compared to in the morning. So all these things, small things, I give importance to. and I saw how my mind functioned in the morning and in the noons. So morning examinations were better because we woke up fresh. Afternoon examinations, I needed a nap just before the exam, so I would prefer to take a half an hour nap, calculate the time and take a nap and then go ahead for the examination, because you have a fresher frame of mind. I probably have a tea or coffee just before the examination, just to have a much fresher frame of mind. So all these small things do matter, and it's better to keep them in mind. So once you have decided onto all this, you have to go ahead and solve at least 2 papers in a month. That is 2 full mock examination scenarios in a month. That is a minimum of every alternate week you give a fresh mock examination. And probably if you're able to give a mock exam every week, that's amazing. But if that's not manageable by you, and if you're not able to complete your portions, it's at least 2 mock examinations in a month, which is every alternate week, would be a better approach. So that brings us to the next question as to how many mock exams should I have solved before my competitive examination, before my final examination. Well, the answer to that question is at least 15 to 16 mock exams before you approach your competitive examination. Well, since if you are doing at least 2 mock exams in a month, and if you have a preparation of about 7 to 8 months, there ahead you go ahead and complete about 14 to 16 mock exams before your competitive examination, and this will go ahead and build up a good practice in your mind with a lot of things, and I've spoken about this importance in my previous video, that is the first part of the series, and where I tell you why it is important to do mock examinations. So they teach you a lot of things. First is you be able to answer the passive questions, the applied questions, the active knowledge, the time management technique, to be able to understand yourself, how your mind functions, and to train your mind to perform better, a confidence booster, and mentally where you stand and how much percentage you will be able to attain, so you're mentally prepared, so that reduces the stress factor. All these are multiple things which help you enhance your results better in the competitive examination. So I would encourage you to go ahead and watch the first video of this series. So this is the second question, that is how many examinations, how many mock examinations. At least 15 to 16 mock examinations is better to be attempted before your competitive examination. And the third important advice is, what kind of mindset should I have when I am giving these examinations? How do I approach these examinations? So the first important advice under this category is that you need to approach this examination with a very open mind. I'm talking about the mock examination. Have a very open mind. That is, don't go and attempt these examinations as to, okay, I'm giving a final exam now, I need to have good results, or else I will feel bad, or I'll feel down, and my confidence will go. Don't have this. Have a very open mindset, that at least in the first 5 mock examinations, have a very open mindset that here you are going to learn. So it's irrespective of the results. So try to take as much as time you can, analyze, and you answer, okay, in probably the first 2 mock exams. From the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th mock examination, try to go ahead and put a timer of 180 minutes in case I'm talking about NEETMDS. Whatever the competitive examinations they offer you, you set the timer and you put yourself in that situation and see how you're able to recall the direct questions, how you are able to attempt your applied questions. And in the third thing is how you are able to manage the time. After how many questions are you getting exhausted? After how many questions is your mind getting clouded? So you analyze all this in the first 4 or 5 mock examinations. So the first 4 or 5 mock examination, don't take stress, just apply your knowledge, understand, but try to manage the time. Put the timer at least in the from the 3rd mock exam onwards. Put the timer and see how you function. Now, what do I do if my score is good? Now, there are 2 reasons why your score can be good. The first reason is the paper was very easy, and the second reason was that you have good knowledge about the examination and you have trained your mind well. So how do I understand the difference? Now, if I give 5 examination, if I'm getting consistently good results in my 5 tests, which means your knowledge is good. And what should I do after this? You up your game. Now, when I say up your game, you go ahead and solve tougher questions and probably tougher books, okay, and you try to acquire more knowledge because you probably have studied better in your university, and that concept building and the basics have been built good, and all now they are paying off, okay. If you have inconsistent results in the 5 mock exams that you have given, that's probably because your first 2 papers which you performed really well were easy papers. So here you have to understand where you're going wrong. Are you going wrong in passive answers, which means that you have to revise better the straightforward knowledge. If in case you're going wrong with applied questions, which means you have to understand the concept better, clarify your concepts. You have to identify where you're going wrong and see from your 3rd and 4th mock exams, I'm sure you will perform better, and because practice is going to make you perfect, and the more you solve, the more you will understand where you're going wrong and how you should approach it. Okay, now what happens if you're getting a bad score? Again, the same approach. So if you're getting a bad score in the first 5 examination, 2 reasons again for a bad score: either the paper was very tough or your knowledge is bad. Now if you're getting consistently bad results in the first 5 mock examinations, which means that you are going wrong somewhere. Okay, either your revision is not up to date, you are not consistently revising, or you have not understood the concepts right, or you have not studied enough, that is you don't have enough textbook knowledge, and you have not gone through at least 50% of the portions before solving your mock examination. Something is going wrong, so you have to identify and correct that. So this is if you're consistently going bad. But if you're going bad in 1 or 2 examination, which means that the mock exam was tough, you picked up some tough papers, so you will jot down the tougher ones and you'll probably go back and refer and try to re-answer these questions. So moving on to the 4th point as to which papers to solve. Well, it's important to identify first which exam you're approaching, because there are people who attempt multiple exams in a year. So it's important to pick up the mock exam for that examination, because you need to know how you're going to perform in that scenario. So for example, NEETMDS, 240 questions, 180 minutes, that is 3 hours. You need to know how you will perform in that examination. So you need to pick up that pattern of paper itself. Second thing, I think the best form of mock exams are the previous year questions or the previous year question papers. So you can go ahead, pick up those question papers and try to behave as if you're giving an examination and solve these exams. And the third is some trusted custom made mock exam material. Now we provide some custom made mock exam material, so along with the picture based and the clinical scenario and the passive tests and the active recall questions, all these are included in these mock examinations that we provide. If you are interested, you can always go ahead and DM us and try to get these mock papers, and we'll always try to help you out with that. So the gist of the video is that first you need to know when to solve, how many to solve, how to approach with a mindset, and what kind of material to pick up. So this is the advice that I would like to share with you, and these are the experiences which I have had when I was trying to prepare for my examination. So I hope that this video did bring value to your life, and if you did, please leave a comment in the comment section, and you can always approach me for any guidance on my Instagram page. I will leave the link below. I hope you have a good day and all the best for your examination. For more such videos, please like, share, follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. Have a good day. Thank you.